Welcome back, everyone. In this section of the course, we're going to take a look at recurrent neural networks. We've used neural networks to solve classification and regression problems, but we still haven't seen how neural networks can deal with sequence information. Just as convolutional neural networks were more effective for use with two-dimensional image data, recurrent neural networks have unique properties that allow them to be more effective for sequence data. Sequence data can be a variety of data sources. It can be anything from time-stamped sales data, or sequence of text in a sentence, or biological data like heartbeat data over time, etc. So let's think about what a time series actually is. Here, we're showing beer, wine, and alcohol sales across the United States for a certain period of time. On the x-axis, we can actually see the time frame, so starting at 1992 all the way until around 2018, 2019. So here, on the y-axis, we can see we have sales in millions of dollars. When we're thinking about forecasting and time series predictions with recurrent neural networks, what we want to do is we want to be able to learn off historical information and forecast into the unknown future. So that's how we're going to be using recurrent neural networks with time series data in this section of the course. In future sections, what we're going to realize is that sequences can also be essentially categorical sequences, such as a sentence. For example, we want to be able to, given the data, hello, how are you, predict that today is the highest probability word to show up next. And recurrent neural networks will also be able to do that. And if you have email or text messaging from Google, you've probably already seen this sort of technology in practice where you have predictive texts. Okay, so in this particular section, we're going to learn a lot about recurrent neural network theory, and then we'll learn about specialized types of neurons that work particularly well with time series data, called LSTMs, or short-term memory units, and GRUs, or GRUs, which are gated recurrent units. So we'll learn about the theory behind them. Once we understand the theory behind these specialized units, we'll move on to a basic implementation of a recurrent neural network on a sine wave. And then we'll learn how to operate a recurrent neural network for forecasting capabilities on a real-life time series. Then we'll test your skills with an exercise and solution. In the next section of the course, we'll focus on recurrent neural networks and other neural network techniques for natural language processing and text data. All right, let's get started. I'll see you in the next lecture.